The transatlantic journey, how Halloween came to America. Every autumn, the orange glow of jack-o'-lanterns and the rustling of costumed children fill American neighborhoods. But have you ever wondered how Halloween, so quintessentially American today, actually made its way across the Atlantic? The story of Halloween in America is a fascinating tale of immigration, adaptation, and cultural alchemy. Irish and Scottish immigration, Halloween's passage across the sea. Imagine stepping off a crowded ship in the early 1800s, the air thick with hope and trepidation. Among the few possessions clutched by Irish and Scottish immigrants were not just keepsakes, but memories of ancient festivals. In the 19th century, millions of Irish and to a lesser extent Scottish immigrants arrived in North America, fleeing famine, poverty, and seeking new opportunities. Along with them, they brought the centuries-old festival of Samhain, which had since evolved into Halloween. Samhain's roots. In Celtic tradition, Samhain marked the end of the harvest and the beginning of winter, a time when the boundary between worlds thinned and spirits could visit. All Hallows' Eve. By the Middle Ages, Christianity had layered its own customs onto Samhain, transforming it into All Hallows' Eve, the night before All Saints' Day. The Irish and Scots preserved these customs, and they traveled with them to the New World. These traditions merged with American culture in surprising and enduring ways. The Pumpkin Revolution, from turnips to jack-o'-lanterns. Have you ever wondered why we carve pumpkins on Halloween? The answer is a blend of necessity, legend, and a little bit of American ingenuity. The legend of Stingy Jack. In Ireland, children and adults alike would carve grotesque faces into turnips or beets to make jack-o'-lanterns. Inspired by the legend of Stingy Jack, a wily trickster who outsmarted the devil and was doomed to wander the earth with only a carved-out turnip lantern to light his way. America's bumper crop. But when immigrants arrived in America, they found a new vegetable, the pumpkin. Pumpkins were native to North America, plentiful and, most importantly, much easier to carve than hard, knobby turnips. The pumpkin quickly became the lantern of choice. This simple substitution sparked a revolution. Today, the pumpkin is the undisputed symbol of Halloween. Its glowing face is a beacon of the season. Halloween in colonial and 19th century America. Community, celebration, and change picture. A colonial village at dusk, neighbors gathering for a bonfire, sharing ghost stories, and playing games. Halloween in early America was a far cry from today's candy-fueled frenzy, but the seeds of modern celebrations were already being planted. Early colonial days. Halloween didn't catch on immediately in colonial America. In predominantly Protestant New England, suspicion of pagan customs kept the holiday at bay. But in the southern colonies and rural communities, harvest festivals and autumn gatherings provided fertile ground for Halloween-like celebrations. The 19th century, a holiday evolves. By the mid-1800s, the massive influx of Irish immigrants following the potato famine transformed Halloween into a national event. Irish traditions merged with American customs, creating a uniquely American version of the holiday. Community parties. Halloween became a time for neighbors to gather, share food, and play games like bobbing for apples or fortune-telling. Ghost stories. Telling spooky tales by firelight became a favorite pastime, echoing the old Celtic belief in spirits walking the earth. Pranks and mischief. Mischief-making was common, sometimes bordering on vandalism, but it was all part of the holiday's playful spirit. By the late 19th century, Halloween was shedding its old-world superstitions and taking on a new identity. A secular, family-friendly celebration that emphasized fun, creativity, and community over fear. The modern Halloween, America's haunted holiday. Today, Halloween in America is a multi-billion-dollar industry, a heady mix of creativity, nostalgia, and just a touch of fright. But at its heart, it's a holiday built on centuries of shared tradition and cross-cultural exchange. Trick-or-treat, a sweet invention. The practice of trick-or-treating as we know it didn't become widespread until the early 20th century. Drawing on old European traditions of souling and guising, American children began dressing up and going door to door for treats. First coins or nuts, then, as candy companies saw an opportunity, sweets, costumes, and creativity. From homemade masks to elaborate store-bought costumes, dressing up became central to Halloween's appeal. Whether as witches, ghosts, superheroes, or pop culture icons, Americans embraced the chance to become someone or something else for a night. Haunted houses and fear factories. As the holiday grew, so did its appetite for scares. Themed haunted houses, horror films, and elaborate yard displays transformed neighborhoods into spooky wonderlands, all in good fun. Halloween's lasting legacy, a festival of inclusion and imagination. Why does Halloween endure? Maybe it's our love of stories, our fascination with the mysterious, or simply our desire to connect with each other in the darkening days of autumn. Halloween is a uniquely American holiday, but its roots stretch across oceans and centuries. It is a living tradition, always evolving, always finding new ways to enchant and delight. The unmistakable glow. So next time you see a jack-o'-lantern flickering on a stoop, remember, it's more than a decoration. It's a symbol of survival and adaptation, a testament to the power of tradition, and a glowing link between continents, generations, and imaginations. Quick facts. Halloween's transatlantic journey. Irish and Scottish immigrants brought Halloween to America in the 19th century. Pumpkins replaced turnips and beets as the material for jack-o'-lanterns. Community gatherings, games, and ghost stories defined early American Halloween. Modern trick-or-treating emerged in the 20th century, blending European and American customs. Halloween remains a vibrant, ever-evolving celebration with deep roots and a bright future. From ancient bonfires to glowing pumpkins, Halloween's journey to America is a story of change, resilience, and the enduring magic of tradition. So carve your pumpkin, don your costume, and join in a celebration that spans centuries and continents. Because Halloween in all its spooky splendor is truly a holiday for everyone.